Welcome to the Unit 4 lessons on fiscal policy and monetary policy. I'm going to break this into two parts. This video will only be on fiscal policy. Warm up. What are two things the government spends our tax dollars on? Complete this phrase. One thing the government spends our tax dollars on is what? Complete this phrase. Take a moment and pause to think of something. One thing the government spends our tax dollars on. Another thing the government spends our tax dollars on is, take a moment and think of another thing the government spends our tax dollars on. The essential question is, what does the Congress do to help the economy? We'll answer that at the end. Words to know during these two lessons. Economy. The economy is the wealth and resources of a country or region. Fiscal policy are the decisions Congress makes to help the economy. A recession is when there are not many jobs in the economy. Employment decreases, unemployment is high or increases, the economy is slow, or maybe even it's shrinking, getting smaller. Inflation, when the price of goods and services increases quickly. Things get more expensive every day. Prices go up. People's money buys less than it used to, so people are poorer. The Federal Reserve is the Bank of the United States. Interest rates are the cost of borrowing money. Money paid on a debt. Money that you borrow. Finally, monetary policy. Federal Reserve policy to control the interest rates and money supply. Words to know. Fiscal policy. What does Congress do with our tax money? Congress makes decisions about how to spend our tax money. Congress uses fiscal policy to improve the economy. Fiscal policy are the decisions Congress makes to help the economy. Why does Congress need to help the economy? Well, during a recession is a time when there are not many jobs in the economy. People are unemployed. Maybe they're just on break, or did they lose their job? Employment decreases. Unemployment is high. The economy is growing slowly, or possibly even shrinking and getting smaller. A recession makes life difficult for many people. So the Congress helps by changing the way it taxes and spends money. Makes life difficult by some people don't have a job, and the people who have a job but are not happy in their job are afraid to go and try something new because they feel like they are lucky to have a job at all. How does Congress tax and spend money in a recession? Well, Congress can decrease taxes in a recession. Decreasing taxes lets people keep more income. Instead of paying the money to the government lets you keep your money and you go out and spend it in a restaurant. And when you spend money in a restaurant, you give a job to the people who work in the restaurant, for example. How does Congress tax and spend money in a recession? Congress can increase spending on public projects. more projects make more jobs. So the Congress can spend money to build roads and bridges and airports and new metro stations and give construction workers jobs to build these things. Then the construction workers will spend their money in stores and restaurants and give jobs to people in stores and restaurants. Why does Congress need to help the economy? Well, during times of inflation, when the prices of goods and services increase quickly. Imagine if today to go to McDonald's is $5 and next year it's $8, then the price went up $3. That is a very rapid price increase. That is an example of inflation. Prices going up quickly. Inflation makes life difficult for many people, so the government helps by changing the way it taxes and spends money. Congress can increase taxes during periods of inflation. Increasing taxes can help lower prices. Increasing taxes helps lower interest rates, hopefully. So, if whenever we get a paycheck, we're worried the money is worth less, and everyone goes to the store to buy as many things as they can, the stores can increase the prices because everyone is fighting to buy those things. Well, the government can come in and make us pay more taxes and take our money. So we have less money to run to the Walmart to buy things. And when fewer people are going to the uh, Walmart might decide to lower the prices because there are not as many customers as there were before. Uh, so, how does Congress tax and spend money during inflation? Congress can decrease spending when inflation is high. Decreasing spending can help lower prices. Decreasing spending can help lower interest rates. So, if Congress is paying fewer people, it does not build new bridges and airports and roads, then some of those workers don't have a job. They are earning less money and they are spending less money at restaurants, in stores, buying cars. And so the prices of those things might get cheaper because fewer people want to buy them. Prices go down, inflation goes down. But people have fewer things also. Recession versus inflation. These are both two types of economic problems. During a recession, when people don't have jobs, the Congress can decrease taxes and increase spending. So people have jobs, more jobs, employment increases, unemployment decreases because the Congress is giving people jobs to build roads, bridges, airports, etc. During periods of inflation, there may be enough jobs, but the prices are going up very quickly. The prices of houses, the prices of cars. So, the Congress can increase taxes so people don't have as much money to spend on cars, houses, and the prices come down because fewer people are fighting to buy that new house. Also, the government can decrease spending, stop building bridges and airports so people don't have a job or there are fewer jobs. Fewer jobs means less money. People are not trying to buy as many houses and cars, and the price can go down, lower prices. prices decrease. That's the goal, anyway. So, let's go back to the essential question of the lesson. What does the Congress do to help the economy? Please try to write one sentence to answer this question. So let's wrap this up by answering this question. What is fiscal policy? Fiscal policy is the decisions Congress makes to help the economy. Now stay tuned for part 2, which is on monetary policy and the Federal Reserve. Good job. There are some very difficult, complicated ideas in these 2 lessons. So, good job. Bye.